it does take us to our talk of the tape. Trim or continue to buy in? Yep, we're talking about Nvidia because it seems everybody else is too. The Dean Evaluation called it the greatest momentum company ever built. Others suggest it's gotten a little too crazy. So who's right? Let's ask Joe Terranova, Virtus Investment Partners Chief Market Strategist, a CNBC contributor. He is at Post 9. He does have the Joe T ETF, in which Nvidia is the top holding.
Absolutely is.
So what hinges more now on the rally's next leg? The jobs report tomorrow or this continued momentum or lack thereof from Nvidia?
Well, I don't think you could dismiss the premise that tomorrow's unemployment report is going to impact the tape. I think it clearly is, and I think one of the reasons why it is because there's so much uncertainty surrounding what the market is going to react to. Does the market know what it really wants? Does it want cooling inflation, or does it want the cooling economy? I think the market is unclear in that regard. So going in, there doesn't seem to be an expectation in either direction, and I think that's going to create a push-pull dynamic. I think the market will react to the unemployment report. Now, if the market is to correct, I do think that you have to look towards the Super 6, which is led by Nvidia, as the source of being support underneath the market.
So if Nvidia continues its momentum, the market's in good shape. If Nvidia loses its momentum, is the market in bad shape? Is it that binary for one stock?
Yeah, well, all you need to do is look at what the beta score is for Nvidia. It's above 2.25. That's double what Microsoft is. So we keep making the market cap comparison between Microsoft and Nvidia. Yes.
And Apple.
Right, well, but that has much lower beta as well. But Microsoft has a larger market cap, but Nvidia has more power over the market because the beta is so higher. And a lot of the semiconductor names share that very high beta. So Nvidia is going to really be, the market is beholden to the direction of Nvidia for sure.
Until when? Is that healthy?
I think to a certain, I don't see it as unhealthy because
hinged to one stock?
Well, okay, but is there evidence to support it? And the evidence is earnings. So let's look at the last earnings season. You have EPS growth of above 50% for the Super 6. The rest of the market, the other 494, flat EPS growth. So yeah, I mean, there's validity in the sense of you have the EPS growth. Now, the bigger question is, what's the trajectory, the expected trajectory of the EPS growth for the Super 6, in particular for a name like Nvidia? And you're going to be seeing the deceleration over the coming quarters. You're not going to get that 50% EPS growth. Next quarter, you're probably going to get 25 to 30% EPS growth. So you're going to see the deceleration. So to your point, at some point, the rest of the market is going to have to participate here in the second half of 2024 to hold the rally.
I feel like you really need tomorrow morning's number to be in a sweet spot, right?
What is
the market does. Well, that's where I'm going with that. It's like, it can't be too hot because then the market's going to be like, well, we're reaccelerating again, yields go up, we're back talking about that. You don't want it to be too weak in a week in which we've been talking about growth scares, rates falling, and stocks falling. So there has to be a happy medium somewhere for that number tomorrow that's going to make everybody feel like it's a Goldilocks number. I don't know what that number is. We're going to find out how the market views it tomorrow, but is that the situation that we're in?
Absolutely. And, look, I don't think you're looking at the headline. What's the consensus expectation? 185, Goldman's at 160. Most people think the unemployment rate stays consistent at 3.9. So you look at the wage growth, and the wage growth is expected to fall. I don't know. I don't think anyone has a clue what the perfect number is. And let's remember something. The correlation between what yields do and what equities do seems to be lost in the last 6 days.
This week, a couple days, right? This week, a couple of days.
Okay, well, 6 days ago, a 10-year Treasury was 463. We're sitting here today, a 10-year Treasury is 427. The 5-year was near 5%. The 5 years at 471 as we speak. So you had a
that's the 2-year you're looking at.
The 2-year. So you had a significant fallback in yields of nearly 30 basis points. And there didn't seem to be the correlation that you would expect with equities. Really what lifted us was Nvidia this week.